Hi, this is Rachel coming to you with this week's Sparkle of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. I know I haven't done a sparkle in a while, and frankly, I've had a hard time finding the words to say during this difficult time, and even finding the words to say to describe our recent journey to Israel. And I thank you so much for your expressions of support during our trip about a week ago. I wanted to share with you an observation, and I will call it the forgotten need. When we were working in a military base in the Negev desert in Israel, we were working so hard during the day and really just very physically difficult and emotionally difficult work. In the evening, we checked into a beautiful hotel in the Negev desert called the Kedma Hotel, Kedma. If you want to look at it, it's absolutely beautiful, like breathtaking, like a spa hotel. And I was feeling guilty checking into this glorious, gorgeous hotel when we've just spent the day with IDF soldiers who are putting their lives on the line to protect our homeland. And we walked into the hotel for dinner, and as you probably know, a lot of the meals in Israel are buffet style, glorious breakfasts, and it so happened that the dinner at this particular hotel was also done buffet style. And so we walk into the dining room and we're hungry and we're tired. And I'm looking around and it's crowded in the dining room, and there seem to be lots of different families. And I look a little bit closer, and yes, they're definitely families together and they're talking and very engaged with one another. But I noticed something, and that is that they don't appear to be on vacation. They don't have vacation clothes on. They're not laughing and smiling and, talking about their day or their adventures or what have you. It's almost like, in a weird way, business as usual for these families. And even though it's very much not the case, what I realized and what I was hoping would be the case so that we would get to speak to them was that they would be displaced, and that they were in fact displaced families from kibbutzes along the Gaza envelope. And it turns out that there were at least 300 people from a particular kibbutz staying at this hotel. And our rabbi who led us on the mission, Rabbi Stuart Weinblatt, had the foresight to invite one of the individuals to speak with us. Sorry about the barking. To speak with us during dinner that evening. And he spoke very much about what I would describe as the hidden need, in that people have evacuated from their homes. When they evacuated, they had very little notice. They didn't know how long they would be evacuating for, so they often just took backpacks, maybe clothes for one night, and left their kibbutzes. And they have been displaced for 6 months now. And so thank God they are safe in these hotels for now. Please God, let Israel continue to be safe as possible. But really, only their basic needs are being met in terms of food, shelter, and that type of thing. And we do thank the Israeli government for that. But all of the extras that we have in our lives that make you feel frankly human, whether it's a cup of coffee, whether it's being able to buy a gift for somebody, whether it's being able to buy a gift for your child to celebrate their b'nai mitzvah, whether it's being able to pay teachers so that you can have school for your children. So many basic things have been taken away that they had to rebuild on. In particular, it actually was the children. It took weeks to establish schools for the children. They had to do that in a very basic way, finding teachers, finding school supplies, finding ways to transport the kids, where to house them, where to school them. But even more of those, I guess that really is a basic need, but even other things that you would think of that just make you feel like you're actually living a life and make you feel like you have your morale going. Maybe it might be gestures of kindness, as I mentioned before. Maybe it's even a little bit of entertainment or some humor or some music brought to the people. But we're all so painfully aware of our hostages, of our soldiers, but there is so much hidden need in Israel that's going on now. My husband has arranged a Zoom call with one of the leaders of one of the kibbutzes. If you've made it this long in this message and you would like to join us for the Zoom call to hear more about the need, please feel free to comment or to private message me. But more than that, I wanted to ask that each time we're doing something that we consider to even be a little luxury for ourselves, grabbing that Starbucks cup of coffee, having a moment to talk with a friend, sitting down with a book, lighting a candle that smells good, whatever it might be, that we take a moment to think about those in Israel who are suffering, even in ways that we might not have thought of. And if appropriate, that we say a blessing, not only to make the item or the action that we're doing holy, but also to in hopes that that holiness will help them as well. So I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, and I wish our brothers and sisters in Israel and around the world a Shabbat Shalom.